Hi everyone, it's Michelle Mira, and today I want to talk about what can happen as we go along our path and we hit resistance or tension. Um, you know, we can feel like we're going along and growing and progressing and letting go and opening up, and then all of a sudden we feel resistance and we feel tension and we almost feel like we're hitting a ceiling, and sometimes we feel like we can't get past it, and we feel like it kind of halts our growth. As one example is that I, did a lot of shadow work and have talked about bringing the light and the dark, and going into the dark and bringing it out, kind of bringing those two together. But there's one place that I feel resistance, and that's when an animal dies, or especially a baby animal, I feel physical pain, and it's something that I've not been able to get to full acceptance with. And someone will look at me and go, well, that's just part of life. And I feel like I want to rip their head off. So there's a little resistance there. And I feel like I've grown so much and I've let go of so much, but that is one place that I'm just kind of feeling stuck. And so I want to talk about this because I know that we all have this in some way. We feel like we've let go and we've done all this, but there's this one place that we might feel like we're not able to fully let go or get past, or just release. And so when this happens, it's a lot of times it's an indication of either one, we are at a place, hitting this ceiling, and we're about to break open and expand consciousness even more. So we're getting to a plateau, and then we're able to break free and even expand into a more vast place. We're able to upgrade to a place that we've never been to before, and this is the tension before that. And the other thing is that it can be a shadow piece that we haven't quite gotten to. And so, or it could be both. It could be a shadow piece that's there that we need to address, that we need to work with, that we need to really bring out in order to be able to reach that acceptance. And a lot of times we can't do it ourselves. We have to ask for help. And this can happen on a physical level. Like my situation is something that physically happens that causes me suffering, that triggers something, and there's pain there. But it can also happen in our inner practice on a more subtle level. Like we feel like we're deepening our meditation practice, and then we hit a ceiling and somehow feel like we can't expand, and it can be a subtle feeling where you feel just a slight tension, and only that it's there. And this can indicate that you're about to really break open and go past that. And so it can also happen in our healing practice where we feel like, we're getting out of the way, and we're growing and we're expanding as a healer, and we're really having breakthrough after breakthrough, and then we hit some resistance and we feel tension in certain areas. And so, I think it's important to be aware that this can be us coming to a threshold that we're about to break through, rather than feeling stuck in it and feeling like we've, gone backwards, or that we're doing something to cause it. I think if we can look at it as, oh, okay, this might be a shadow piece, and I'm ready to expand even further into my practice, or expand even further in consciousness. And then we can, actually go into it with excitement and with, this spirit of exploration. And I will say also, if it is a shadow piece that we're not able to get to on our own, a lot of times we can't see what's in our own shadow. And it's not a bad thing to reach out to someone and say, hey, I have this resistance and tension in this one area, and I could really use, a session, or, just reach out and ask for help. A lot of times, well, I'll speak for myself. I felt like, for a while, okay, once you have gotten to a place where you're teaching, or you're, taking clients, then you should be in a place that you don't need to get healing sessions anymore. You should be, you've arrived and you're perfect. And that was such a limited thinking. I had that for just this short period of time and felt such pressure to get to that place before I felt like I was able to work with other people or feel worthy of helping anyone. And that's not true. That's kind of crazy, actually. That's like saying, I went to the doctor once and I got healed of the flu, and so I don't need to go back. Or, going to get one massage and then going, well, I had that one massage, and so that should have taken care of all my muscle weaknesses and tension, and, it's just not realistic. And so with healing, with energy healing, it's the same way. We're interacting with energy, we're using our energy, we're coming and going in all types of energy flow and energy fields. We're upgrading, we're downgrading. It's a constant flow. And so getting regular energy healing sessions is just smart, in my opinion. Keep up-vibing, keep growing, keep bringing in and releasing. It's not a bad thing to ask for help and to get regular healing sessions. In fact, I think it's good to regularly stay on top of that, especially if you're an energy healer. So, and you can learn a lot. I've learned so much from going to other healers, and it's an ongoing learning, and it's ongoing education. There's always new information that's being downloaded from the cosmos, from all the elements, and we can always grow in working with each other. And so I know that most of you are already on board with this. I'm just sharing where I'm at, what I've learned, what's there to share. And so hopefully this has been helpful, and I hope that you comment and let me know your experiences and your tips, and join me on michellemira.com for my blog, and I will see you tomorrow.